Hello everybody and welcome to Halo Survivor 3. Today our Spartans will go through a grueling 12-person survivor, for after each round they have to vote somebody off. We'll first line up in the three tribes, Solana, Luzon, and Apari. These tribes will battle to the death, and they'll have to vote somebody else out after each round. Anyways, I'm not going to waste any more time. 12 Spartans, 1 day, 1 survivor.
I'm feeling very confident. Survivor, I've only won like 2 of them. And it's either like I get really far or I get eliminated real quick. So I'm feeling pretty good about my chances of winning. I just have to continue making the right alliances and kind of hide for a little bit, play down low key, and then strike when I'm ready to.
I'm not at all confident. I don't think I can win. But one time that I did win, I was also not confident in winning. I have one alliance to my name. It was because he texted me first, and I said, okay. So I'm going to go in here with guns blazing, dicks out, and we're going to see how far we can get. Hell yeah.
Alright, the first challenge of Halo Survivor. You must work as a team to push the logs to the end of the track. First team to do so wins immunity, second team to do so wins immunity, and the team that gets all the logs off last is going to Tribal Council. Alright, our competitors are ready at the start. Let's get ready for them to compete. For first challenge is underway. The survivors are off. They are pushing the logs back and forth. Purple team off to a lead. Orange team with a late start. Green and purple appear to be the leaders at the minute, but orange is creeping very quickly, and orange is making the pass. Purple wins immunity. Orange also close to winning immunity. It's looking like green will be heading to Tribal Council tonight. Tough scene for the green tribe. Let's get some word from them.
We had a good strategy. Just the 2 people in the back were incredibly weak, and they ended up sucking, and that's why we lost.
To be honest with you, I really think they blew it. They were supposed to go all the way around to the third one by jumping to the side, and they didn't. They decided to just like climb over it, which, you know, I can understand them wanting to do that, but it wasted so much time, and we literally lost by less than like 2-3 seconds, and we could have won with that. So very frustrating a little bit, but yeah. And a lot of the other tribes think it's going to be me first. So
well, I thought we had a good strategy, and it felt like me and Puma got our first 2 rollers knocked off really quickly. So I don't know where we were in comparison to the other 2 teams, but I'm a little surprised we lost. So yeah. keeping my cards close to my chest in terms of alliances, but they are on the go. Let's just say that. It might be a bit more dependent on getting out of teams and getting to merge.
About to
Shitting
read the
in
vote.
someone else's
Snots.
pants right now. I am not shit.
Don't move. Don't move. Don't move.
All right.
Look up.
First vote. Irish. Second vote. Avows.
It's been good. It's been good.
No, I'm gone.
Third vote. Irish.
I'm gone.
What?
First person voted out of Halo Survivor 3. Irish.
Alright, cool. I can go home.
Irish dude, I'm sorry. Sorry.
That
Alright, our next challenge is cross country. You must run all the way across the map, get to the other side, to which you will find a tower which you must climb and get to the top of. The challenge will end whenever you get on top of the blue pole, and to do that you must climb these pegs sticking out of the side. First 2 teams to the top, no punching, no running people over is allowed, wins the challenge. Alright. We're getting a first person cam as we're getting ready to tell people what to do. We're not giving them much of a head start. And they are off, on their way. Flame off with an early lead for orange. I believe that's purple close behind. And another orange followed. So orange seems to be the team to beat right now as 3 of them are in the front right now, the front 5. Then there's a purple and a green member sticking with them. Not really many ways to go fast here, because there's not many ways to go faster than everybody else when you're sprinting in Halo. Anyways, they are at the tower now. They're climbing up. Orange seems to have a bit of a head start, but I think orange fell, and purple takes the lead. Purple and green takes the lead.
Green
Purple
in the lead.
goes. An illegal penalty. He pushes him off the platform, giving him no way to get up. And orange got up, causing a bit of a controversy amongst the competitors.
We got on top before green. We were robbed.
Well, first of all, I do think the orange team was robbed there. I think Hunter was being a total fucking pussy about it, and I saw Flame get hit, but I mean, we were just like, shit happens. But Hunter's like, oh, I got bumped off the edge, and then we had to restart the fucking challenge. So fuck Hunter and fuck his team and the donkey he rode into town on.
Alright, we're kicking off. Next challenge. Next part of the challenge, we have them down at the bottom of the stairway, just having them climb back up again, because the penalty can't happen. This is between green and orange for immunity, and it's looking like it's going to be green. Yes, it will. They needed that, as they had to vote up somebody last time. Well done, green.
I'm staying at the...
So Cobra is my number 1 right now. Swan, I'm not sure about. Demi, I haven't really talked with. Yeah, I don't really know.
I know that Flame is not planning on taking it very far into this competition, but I do know he's still needing for challenges, so...
What if the real survivors, the friends we made along the way?
It's kind of gay.
Alright.
But true.
Sorry about that. My mic's having a bit of problems right now. but we're good to go now. All right, first vote. First vote.
Uh-oh.
Cobra. Second vote. Demi.
No!
Third vote. Cobra.
Oh.
Final vote. Demi. We have a tie.
Oh,
Message me your votes. Message me your votes. Cobra, Demi, you can't vote. Fire, Flame, and Swan, resend me your votes. I have the votes.
Yeah.
We have two votes from Flame and Swan. I'm gonna read them out. The first vote, Cobra.
You just died.
Second person voted off, Cobra.
Sorry. Hey, sorry. Hey, thanks for playing, Cobra.
Okay, so a pattern
Alright,
appears
if
and
one
the
of us
team has
is
to
more
recreate
confident
it.
in replicating
No,
it,
no, no, no,
I
no, no.
think
I'm overruling it. I'm saying all three of us get involved because there's no way we're gonna win if one person's doing it.
Alright, just
Is it
so I
master
have
with
it
one
right in my
person?
head.
No,
We'll try it.
Apari's blue.
It's more to remember.
Apari's blue. Luzon is yellow, and Solana is red.
Do you want to go top to bottom or do you want to go left to right?
I think we
which
should
do you
do
prefer?
left to right. Left to
Okay,
right.
Puma, where do you want?
That's
Do you
like how
want
you
left?
read.
Do you want left side, right side, or middle? Well,
I'll
actually,
take
no,
the
don't
left.
do middle. Okay, so whatever's on the left, like just on that left, you deal with that. Avows, do you want the two next to Puma on the left, or do you want the two on the right?
Two on the right.
Okay, I'll take the two in.
I
I'll take
think
the two.
I think we're kind of screwed.
Okay, so you're
What are we
looking
doing?
at the far. You're looking at the far right of ours.
I'm gonna look at the top, I
The
guess.
two on the far right. The two on the far right.
Oh, fuck.
Holy crap.
So, are we only remembering green, or what are we doing?
No, you got so. Oh yeah. So
I'm gonna be honest,
pick a
I didn't
color.
see
There
it.
were three here at the top. I don't know.
I clearly did not see it at
Pick
all.
a color.
How
Press
do
a
we
switch.
do
Pick a color.
This is a complete
and
guess.
then
Let
you
me do it.
recreate
Yellows
it.
here.
No, no, is it blue?
Yeah, it
Is
was
it blue?
like that.
I do.
Yeah,
Taco,
blue
does the
level.
blue cross?
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
And
it goes
then
down
we had
too.
Get how this
down
works.
here at the bottom.
The
that
first
I-
Yeah, the
one
two
is
bottom
I
corners
got it,
were
I
like,
got it.
First one is
what?
green.
How do we
Yeah,
do
two
this?
bottom corners.
Hold on. I need the green.
Is there a
I
purple?
know.
there
Oh,
somewhere?
that's
here.
green right here.
And then it's
I
gonna
mean
be
blue.
green, and then it's gonna be like here.
Oh, we can
Is
only
there
be
some
one
kind
at
of
a time.
purple?
Here.
No.
I need
It's
the
not
green.
someone else has
Hold on.
blue. Someone else has
Yeah, that
blue.
makes sense. That makes sense.
If you look at the floor, you can see what color you've got selected.
I can't change it. Oh, someone else has green.
Wait, blue.
That's the wrong shade of green.
Alright, get the blue then.
Okay, I'm gonna guess.
Wait,
'cause
hold
I'm
on.
not
I
sure.
got this.
Give me blue
Let me
back.
pick a green.
We're done.
Give me blue. Give me blue. Give me blue.
This is bad.
Just put anything down. Just put anything down.
Oh,
Time's almost up.
Oh,
Do green.
fuck.
Green.
No. Bottom is blue. Bottom is
Green
blue.
in the middle. Okay.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Alright.
but you gotta
Let's
hurry
see how
up,
we
man.
do.
There's a time
Yeah,
limit.
yeah.
You gotta hurry
Okay.
up.
I think
Taco, that was my bad. I did
I-
not get
I
a good
forgot
view.
Oh, yes.
I didn't realize.
Okay, do you get the
we
idea?
were
Pretty good.
Yeah.
You get the idea now, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I
yeah.
thought the top one was green. I told you the fucking top.
We might win actually. We're not that far off.
God
Yeah,
damn.
that was
Oh,
pretty
Well,
well.
for red team, 11 for blue team.
Red to
Bro,
blue.
well, I didn't know that
Nice
we had to
taco.
fill
Hey, we
it
didn't
in.
even see it, and we got 12.
I didn't realize that we had to fucking fill
Alright.
it in, dude.
Yellow
Look, I'll
team
I'll
winning
look at the
round
top. I'll look at the
one.
top, alright?
Okay, so that's how.
Nice.
So now you've had a round to figure out how it works. Okay, so Puma, focus on the far
Honestly,
right.
I think I could
Avow's
do it.
Focus on the two on the right.
I
Avow's
have
focus on
a
the
strategy.
Oh, that's hard. That's
Okay.
a hard one.
Oh Jesus.
Let me get yellow.
God.
I got
Purple
Okay,
first.
okay,
Hey, you do
I got
purple in the
blue.
corner.
blue.
Let me take
Go
yellow.
select
Do
the blue.
purple in the corner. It's a.
Okay, you
And
got
then,
yellow. I'll
and
take
then
orange.
here's
And then-
blue.
You can just walk on it. Just walk on
Okay,
it.
remember,
Oh,
only
hold
one
on,
person
red.
at a time. can have
Walk
it.
on these two, walk on
And
these
go
two,
there,
walk on these
and
two.
go there. Okay, that's all of yellow.
Okay, you get
on
it?
that one.
Okay.
Then
All done.
go.
Okay, now
here. There's a
do
yellow here.
This one.
do
This
these,
one.
and then
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's
I got red.
that one.
I don't know what was in this
Blue.
corner. This was
I
your
think
line.
this one was a yellow
That's
too.
number one.
because-
yellow right
and then-
here.
Fuck. Which
And
one
then-
is
Here.
Oh no.
Blue down
this
the
is
middle.
Pink right
blue
here.
down the middle?
This is blue.
Yeah, that's
and
spot
this
on.
is pink.
That's
right
right.
here.
What was
There's like a.
Where's
blue-
pink? Is this pink?
Pink
Hold
here.
on,
Pink was the second one, I believe.
Wait,
This is
Yeah.
yellow. This is yellow.
Alright, I think
Pink.
we got it.
Change it back, change it back, change it back.
I think
No,
we
we need
Change it back,
purple.
yellow,
We need
yellow,
purple.
yellow.
Let's stop. I think
I think we're good.
yellow here,
I think we
Yeah.
have it.
The
I
blue
think
is
we got it.
This one's gotta be
purple.
blue. This one's gotta be blue.
Is
Dude,
it
give me
purple?
purple.
Oh, sorry,
my
that's I had it.
God.
I think we got it.
most of it, so we should be good.
Oh, sorry, that's my bad. I had the purple selected.
Ah,
That's
jeez.
purple?
Okay, we might have fucked up with the purple in the top right corner.
Shit.
Damn.
Wait, did they get it all right except for
Sauce, I need
one
help.
purple?
We forgot to fill one in.
Oh, damn.
Oh my god.
Yeah, what?
Blue!
Oh.
Pulling out.
Ooh, we sucked a little bit.
Actually, even if we'd got the
I was
purple, we would
impressed.
have
Let's
beat them anyway.
got this.
My memory.
Is there a
Don't
double
worry about-
tribal
don't
worry
council? Are
about-
both teams going to tribal?
It's gonna be whoever wins the least. By the
Oh,
end
that's a
of the
lot of.
video.
That is a lot of.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay.
Blue,
Okay.
light
Light
green.
green,
Light
light
green
green.
on the corners because I
That is
remember.
a lot
Let
of.
me
I
take
got
light
light green.
Flame, was it blue or purple?
In the middle, it was blue.
No,
Wait, you
I
got
thought
the
that was a
green?
lighter
That is
green.
too-
Hey,
Here.
That is a
do
lot
no.
of
Let
team
me do
skill.
orange.
It's called
Orange,
let
orange,
fire
orange,
bullet
do
go.
orange.
Which one is
Okay.
darker green? Is it
These two are green.
Wait.
Okay, somebody's got the green
Okay.
selected.
It's
So
just
Right,
lighter
hit green, hit
That's
green.
lighter green.
Hit green.
Normal green.
I got
Oh,
orange.
is it light
Normal
green?
green. Yeah, go do it.
Okay.
Go do it. Go do it.
we're kind of not
Where's
following
orange?
the
Replace
strat-
all the
we're kind of
dark
not
let me get
following-
blue.
Hit
I'll
these
get the
two
dark blue.
Which one?
with green.
Which one? These
No
two?
idea.
Yes.
Never
This
mind, you
one.
got it.
There you go.
What's
I
Six
like
green,
what
like
they
orange.
got
Is
going.
there a yellow
here,
here?
yellow here.
Is there a yellow here?
Okay.
And then same thing on the other
I
side.
need-
Yellow.
I got
Yeah,
yellow.
wait,
Orange
that
here,
one's
green
here.
here.
Is this seriously?
Okay,
Oh
let
my
me get
God,
yellow.
right?
Let me get yellow.
I think this
Stop,
is
drop
right.
yellow.
God.
Drop yellow. Do
We're
a
running
different
out of
Oh
one.
wait, no. Sorry,
think we
it's
got
this
it.
way.
There we
That's
go.
not it.
This actually isn't all
These are
that
yellow.
Hold on.
Oh,
We-
Take
Are those
too long.
yellow or-
You gotta pay attention to the clock.
They are yellow.
Also, we're not really following our strategy
Fine,
at
we
all.
didn't
We're
fuck
kind of
them
just
up.
doing everything.
Did
We
we
need to
get
stick
I
to a
think
strategy.
I think it's
There
alright.
we
Oh no.
I did it backwards.
Bruh, they're
Did they get
taking
it perfect?
photos.
Bro!
Perfect.
Are they
Come
taking
on, how about a
fucking pictures?
25 out of 25? Yeah!
Look at those
Alright,
photos.
25.
Oh my god.
So red team goes to tribal.
Okay.
Well, they
So,
need to win
red
one
team
more.
would-
So if blue won the next round, then red would.
Alright, come on,
Blue
boys.
one's the next one, and red goes to tribal. And then we get a freaking
Okay,
perfect.
just
even.
pick a strategy, guys, because we're not sticking to it, really.
I got red. Don't worry about
I handle
red.
pink.
I got it.
Okay,
I
I'll
got
get
it.
pink and orange.
I got pink. I
Let
got
me
pink.
handle
I
pink.
got
I
pink.
got
Demi,
pink.
you get the
I
corner.
got
Do
purple.
orange.
Do orange, Booker.
This is
Booker,
pink.
do orange.
Where's the orange?
Demi,
Let me
get
get
Orange
red out of
is
the way.
in the middles on the
Let me
four
get red out of
corners.
the way.
That's purple,
What?
purple, not pink.
So
right
here,
All right.
Here.
That's the red.
And I got the light
here?
green.
right here, in
I
in the
don't
middles
think I
of the outsides.
No,
of
it's
the
not pink.
outsides. It's
The
orange.
purple.
Flame, is that the right?
What?
Yeah, they're on each side. Yeah,
I
yeah,
saw
there you go, there you go. Let me do.
I think so. I think it's the right.
Snaz, do
Alright,
lime
so you
green
get like a
around
yellow-
the purple.
yellow
Snaz,
on
lime
these.
green around the purple.
Dude,
I
on
think
the
it
corners.
was
I
light
swear
green. I
that's
think it's
pink,
light green.
man.
I think it's
It
light
is
green.
no way my eye color is that fucking.
Yeah,
Pink.
right. Yeah, right.
where's
Is
the
the
orange?
other one? Is the other one?
Yeah,
right?
it's not.
Is-
Yeah, do
is-
that.
is these
You
other
got it,
blocks?
Demi, you got it.
Is these
No,
other
it was
blocks?
Orange?
pink.
Were they yellow?
No,
or-
these
about-
are
That's
You got it.
easy.
What's that?
Yep, I think we just locked it up, boys.
Hey, yeah, let's
Are we good?
let's
Let's just leave this.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna-
let's just leave
I
it.
have
The
no
combined
idea,
forces
bro.
of our memories.
No
Hell
idea.
yeah.
Alright,
down.
we'll
Yo,
try
wait,
one
wait,
down.
okay, change that to
Okay,
dark green. It
no,
wasn't
no,
mine.
no, no.
One down.
No, we need the whole score.
Well, technically, it won't matter if blue win.
Alright.
Then you were.
Oh,
right.
it is pink. Look.
Fucking A, dude.
I
Yo,
got
I
8
didn't-
of them right.
I didn't
How about-
teleport.
Don't touch me.
And is that perfect? Yeah, look at
Did we
that.
get it?
Let's go.
That's-
That's
another one.
two perfect.
That's 3 perfect.
This is all
Wow.
3.
Okay,
That's
if people
impressive.
are actually taking
I'm
pictures, to be fair.
Well, you
'cause
know
we're
we're
not.
not Hunter because we just got 13 on the last one.
I'm shocked. you
Alright, red, go
Well,
to
yeah, for
tribal.
red to suddenly jump
Oh
from
my
getting
God.
13 to 25.
Hold on, guys. I got
Suspect.
Everybody
Look
did
at
it. It's
tribal.
because I
Oh,
used my
whatever.
brain.
We're the only team with 0 and you're questioning us.
Hunter, you I smoke everybody in this. You better relax before I put
Can
my
we
brain on.
just do a challenge that can't fucking cheated on like this one here?
Oh.
That's
I
all
got
right.
blue.
I got purple
Okay, I got
and
the
red.
purple.
I got red.
Do
I
it.
got red.
Alright.
I got the
What do you want
purple.
I
me
got
to do?
purple.
Red? Okay, I got red.
Do red. Yeah, do red.
Oh, shit, I
Or,
forgot.
no,
red.
do light blue.
Thousands
Do
here.
light blue through the middle. Okay, left
Hold
to
on, I
right.
can help
okay?
out.
Let me just do
red.
red. Fucking
No, do
not
light
just-
blue. Do light blue, please.
Alright, which one? Which one is
Shit,
It's
I forgot now
in the
you
middle, left to right.
The red
the
is
middle,
here?
just one line.
Alright,
Is it like this?
No.
Yep. Okay, now do red in the very middle. Oh, let me grab red. Let me grab red. Let me grab red. Let me grab
I
red.
don't even remember.
He has red.
Oh no, you got it. Snaz. Yeah.
Can you remember
Just
where the
fill it.
red was?
Just fill it. Fill it. Fill it.
Yeah, I remember.
No,
where the
there's
red was.
3 in the middle.
No, fill it. Fill this
Okay,
one.
we
And then
gotta
jump.
get the
It's
blue,
Snaz.
the blue down
Do the
here.
middle one.
I'm getting him.
Do the middle one.
Is it here?
Go ahead, go ahead.
I think red is middle.
Okay, so it's
Alright,
these
now we
three.
need the dark
It's no, do red. Wait, let me grab red. Let me grab
You've
red.
already had
Let me
Whoever's
grab
red.
red. Let me grab red. Grab a different one. Grab a different one.
I've got dark. I've got dark.
Grab a different.
Swan, go in the middle.
Grab
Jump
dark
in.
blue.
Dark blue
Okay.
everywhere else.
Okay, so for these red ones, Snaz, it's the middle three.
Go.
It's the middle
Wait,
three.
no, wait,
Okay.
We're good.
It's the middle three. It's the
We're
left
good,
middle.
we're good.
How much you want
We
to
can
take it out?
fucking do
Right?
that.
We're good.
Yeah.
Oh, it was light blue.
Oh.
Vals,
Oh, we
where
got
did
light blue
Vals
wrong,
go?
I think.
We get the right.
Wow.
No, we
we
got
got
it. We
you
got
got
it,
it right.
There's
baby.
no.
Oh.
There's no.
You guys
Nice.
are too good at this game. What the heck?
Oh.
No, we're staying alive. We're keeping
Let's
blue
take
from winning.
pictures.
We're keeping
There's no
blue
way.
from winning
But that doesn't give you a win.
because they're never gonna get it wrong.
Blue ain't
So you are
Blue-
taking pictures.
You
is that
need
what you're
a,
saying?
I'm not on
you
blue
need a
team.
win.
Hunter, we're legit. Don't question
I'm on
us,
red
Alright,
team.
please.
I'm not on blue team. Blue team hasn't got it wrong yet. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
we did. We
saying.
got
They're
the-
doing
we,
good.
like, fucked up the very first one.
We're combining our memories, Fireball.
I'm not saying you're cheating.
Attention.
I got green.
Oh,
I
somebody
got-
I got
I got
purple.
purple.
I got
I got
purple.
Oh,
I got
you
yellow.
got that
I
yellow.
yellow. I get yellow.
You
I
got
said
yellow.
I
Yeah,
got-
you
I'll
got
take
yellow.
purple first.
I
Okay, what
think
green do I need to use?
I remember.
It's like
It's the dark green.
Is it
Someone's
Vals
already got
here?
that.
Like what the fuck?
I think I have the
dark
yellow.
blue.
Jimmy's got it. I'll try to get the blue.
Yellow.
I got blue.
Yellow.
I'm
I got
impressed.
This is a
with
hard
you
game
guys.
for a colorblind motherfucker.
Guys, I don't remember anything else. I'm
wait,
sorry.
let me get the blue. Let me get the blue. I think it's
I
dark.
got blue.
Is it
No, no,
yellow?
no. I
Okay,
got blue.
this
I
is
got
this is
blue.
all I remember.
Oh, won't let me
I-
select it.
Was yellow like this or something?
Flame,
And
won't let
then
me
yellow
select
is like that. Yep.
I have
Is
no
it
idea.
here?
What
Yeah.
way select
Yellow
that?
is
I
all
think
of
just
the
fill in
rest.
everything.
Yellow.
else.
Yellow.
That last
yellow,
one's
yellow.
yellow.
Just fill in
I
everything
think
else.
it's blue.
Yellow.
I think it's
Jimmy,
blue.
I think
Come
it's
here.
yellow.
Come get it. Come get it.
Nice. We got it.
You sure?
I'm not blue.
Just
Alright,
fill in
so
all
the
these
green
blank
was
ones.
lime green, right? It
All
was
these
lime
blank
green.
Let's just
ones.
check.
I don't
Like that.
remember.
That's good, that's good,
dude.
that's
I
I
Not
think
can't
it
letting
was
us click blue.
No,
I
no,
think
Damn,
it
Demi,
was
you
lime
gotta do
green.
this. Demi, you gotta do this, dude.
I think
Demi.
that's good.
It was definitely lime green.
Oh. The blue
Wait, one more. Fuck.
We got this.
We got screwed on that one.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Fuck
our
yeah.
switch was broken, dude.
Our blue switch was
It's-
broken.
if someone else has got it selected,
Wow.
and someone
Yeah,
else can't
I
Well,
was
select
none
it.
of us, none of us selected it. None of us had it.
We can't win,
Yellow
Snas.
and red.
This
We
But
will
what
never
happened?
win.
No way.
You're never going to fuck.
There's no way.
This game's
No
not
way,
gonna
what, bro?
end.
We don't have a point.
You can't just suddenly go
This game isn't
from
gonna
like
end.
8 to
Hunter, I
9,
started
30.
using my
me.
brain. I
Shall we
usually
just give
smoke
blue and
everybody
yellow
in this.
immunity?
It's a
Hunter,
memory.
if
If it goes
everyone's
for one
more
picks
tie,
one
we just call
color,
it.
it's not that bad. That's what we started
Now we're gonna
doing
get a fuck.
halfway through this.
If
I got
red doesn't
purple,
get
blue.
a point,
I got
I'll take
purple,
pink.
blue.
if red doesn't
I've
get
got
a point,
pink.
I
It's
got
not
pink.
just green.
I'll take pink.
I
I
got
got pink.
pink.
Okay.
Oh,
There's
shit,
no
I got-
pink in the pic.
Shit.
What?
Oh, okay. I got blue. I got
It
like.
was pink. The pink was
Okay,
like right
what's
here.
the
There's no pink.
Guys, is everybody cool with me ending the game at like
How is there no
round
pink,
9?
bro?
Snas.
There is.
Yes.
There's pink. There's pink. I'll make the fucking pink.
Alright, it's purple
Yes,
then.
I am
That
completely cool.
pink
Go ahead.
has
Was
pink.
I'm
the
not
pink
doing
like
it.
this?
You do it.
We
I
are
did that the
fucked.
wrong way.
I got lime.
I've forgotten. I've
Oh,
forgotten
never
the rest
mind,
of
then.
it.
Dude, this is my favorite
just
challenge
lime.
I've
I'm doing
actually
this.
done.
Sorry, I'm
Don't touch
fucking
it.
this all up.
Don't touch it. Do not. Do not
Alright.
touch it.
Let
Do
us
not
let
touch it.
Fireball do it. You gotta hurry though.
These three. Up
I
these
can't
three.
remember.
Oh,
I can't
wait.
remember any of the
Hunter,
rest.
that pink is in the wrong spot. That
Are
pink
we
is,
good?
Yeah,
in
that.
those two.
I think this is
Those
it. I
pink,
think this is
pink are in
perfect.
those two.
Or wait, or is it?
There's no way there's that.
Did I get that the right way?
I think so. I think so.
No.
Oh,
We
I
good
see.
with the rest of it?
Hey,
You have
my
two
bad.
more.
Oh shoot! Blue, blue,
We're
blue,
also
blue, blue,
doing
blue.
this a man down.
No, you changed
Oh
the
no.
blue.
we suck.
Because this wasn't fucking correct, man.
Oh, good call, Puma.
My
Because
TV
it
just
was,
turned off.
it was fucking lighter blue. Fucking
Yeah.
Oh no.
You
boys.
genius.
We're color.
Oh.
I told you. I told you it was
And it wasn't
pink.
purple.
Oh, I wish
My
we'd got
TV.
one wrong.
I
I wish we'd
told
got
you it
one
was
wrong now.
pink.
Oh,
All right, Hunter. We got all all the colors wrong. How's our
fucking
photo
dick,
now?
Except for the
Yeah, for real.
the bottom
How's our
corners.
photo now?
Guys,
Yeah,
I'm
we
ending
should've
the
got
game
one- we
next
should've got
round,
one block
no matter
wrong.
what the.
Should have got a block wrong.
We
Unless
can't
red wins.
We
Unless
can't
red
win
wins.
again.
Unless Red wins, I'm in the game.
God damn, ding dong.
Because
Fucking
we've
We're
been
so
stuck in the
It's never
same
gonna
scope for
happen.
the past, like,
I
20 years.
got light green and
I got the lime green.
I got
lime green.
Pink red, pink
I got
red.
both
Oh,
the
green,
greens.
dark.
I got orange and
I got the
red.
light green. I know where the
I
light
got
green
both
is.
the
I know where
greens.
the light
Let me
green
do the greens.
I got the oranges. Oh, that's yellow.
I got that.
I don't
What's
It's
in the
orange.
middle? Is it a red?
That.
I think
Booker,
so.
you don't have
That.
to
Oh shit, you know what? Is this right?
That.
I think I might be completely wrong.
How do
actually.
I got the color still?
Hold on.
Wait,
let me get the
wait,
rest of it.
Or what?
I did
what else
this.
do you need, like pink? Or was it like?
Is this right?
Cat, cat, now is not the
I
time,
think
cat.
those three were pink.
Oh.
Cat, please.
Oh.
There's other dark greens in here as well.
Oh my god.
Cat,
Oh
I'm
my
trying
Yeah,
to
this is it.
focus.
Guys,
Dark green, dark green.
somebody's getting a point this round. I just don't know.
Cat.
I don't know the clue, bro. I put those oranges here. I thought they were right.
Hey, do the blue,
Oh,
do the
no,
blues.
Is this dark green?
I
Oh, sorry. Do you want me to have dark green? Dark green, dark green.
Do the blue.
Why is it giving me red?
That's
What
red.
the heck?
It's because I have dark green. It's because I have.
Here
I'm broke.
comes the team with a camera.
broke.
I want
I'm
you to
broke.
look at the
What is
team
this?
with the camera.
Sorry, I changed some
broke.
of your red back. I changed some
I've
of your
broke.
red back.
Here comes the
I've
camera
broke.
team.
I've broke.
There it is.
Wow.
There's
I've
the
broke.
camera team.
Weird
I've
shit.
broke.
Didn't even put 4 blocks
No,
down.
blue?
Christ.
Blue, hello?
Hey, at least
Blue
we
is.
got
We're
the
not
red one.
far
right?
off. We're not
Yeah.
far off.
I'll be on.
25?
Oh, blues one, blues one.
Blue is one.
Oh, we got
We
another
got
blue.
immunity,
Okay.
boys.
Blue and yellow.
Thank
have
God I
a
changed some of your red
team.
back.
I want you to.
I'll be honest.
your votes.
It's a bit retarded.
We're not gonna do.
I'm not gonna watch.
Double elimination?
Are we ready for me to read the votes?
Yes.
No.
Yep.
Alright. First vote. Snots. Second vote. Bowman. Third vote.
Jumping.
Bowman.
That's kind of right.
Next person voted
They would
out.
they would have lost
It's
to
Bowie.
Sumo.
Man, you're gonna
Sumo
make
with
fun
my
of shit out on the
racing
challenge.
abilities.
That's all.
Comey didn't even play and you guys voted him out. God.
He was holding us back.
Yeah.
Alright, here is snipers. The goal for this challenge is simple. You have the sniper rifle, and you have to turn around and hit your opponent. If you hit your opponent first, that means you win. Best of, I believe, 4. Anyways, our first matchup here, we have Demi on the right, and I believe that is Hunter on the left. And doesn't get the point. Actually, I believe that was Snoz. I lied. Anyways, next matchup. So it is currently 1-0 for blue. I'm gonna stop naming names because I honestly don't know who's up for each team, but that's okay. Who cares? It's all for fun and games anyways. Anyways, red and blue lining up. That, I believe, is Snoz for red, because we need to explain instructions to him, obviously. And fireball for blue? I don't know. Can't really see it too well. And he crouches, and Snoz gets hit off first. I believe that's 2-0 blue. Anyways, it's looking like blue could sweep this challenge. But anyways, we're on to our next matchup. You have Hunter Unit on that side, and Flame on this side. So Flame for blue, Hunter for red. Getting ready for the countdown. A lot of goofing around on the sidelines should not happen. If you want to do one of these survivors, please do not do that. Lovely. And Flame gets hit first. Hunter gets him with ease. And onward to our next matchup. It's currently 1 and 2. 1 for red, 2 for blue. That is Rog on the blue side. Going up against, I think, Swantron. And they turn around, and blue gets hit again. It's 2-2. You have a tied match. Now, they get to choose who gets a step up after the first 4. Because, obviously, why wouldn't they? We're playing 2-4, I believe, ladies and gentlemen. And Snaz on that side. I had no idea who was on the other side. Did not take attention to notice. They turn around, they crouch, and Snaz stepped out anyways. He stepped out of bounds, which is illegal. So blue automatically gets the point. Anyways, now we got one more matchup. Maybe blue has a chance to win and get immunity, forcing a vote. And I believe that's Hunter unit lining up for red. And I have no idea who is lining up for blue. And they turn around, and he hits it. Blue team wins immunity, forcing red to go to tribal council. What a surprise. Red team seemed to be the favorites going into that challenge, but it appears they've shocked the world.
We totally did.
Alright, first vote, Booker Taco.
Second vote, Hunter.
Second vote.
No, I did not hear a Booker Taco once.
Second vote, Hunter unit. Third vote, Booker Taco.
What?
Booker
voted
Taco's
Hunter.
out.
Booker Taco.
I just
Alright, welcome to the next challenge, window cleaning. The goal of this challenge is to get on a window and save jump as long as you can, till you can't anymore. If you fall off, you're eliminated, and every so often we're going to ask that you turn 90 degrees to the right or the left, and we might even ask you to switch from window to window. May the best save jumper win is pretty much the mission whenever you're playing this game. Let's get down to the competition. And we're here. Pretty much,
Well,
yeah.
pretty satisfied to get to the merge. That was the target. So, you know, past the halfway point. Well, actually, I suppose this is technically the halfway point after this vote. But, yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it's going. It opens up a lot of possibilities for, you know, creating alliances with other people. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's anyone's game at this point. Every game, every challenge is something different, and I don't think there's a single person that's the outright best. I think you can see a lot of different winners of each of the challenges to get immunity. So this could get very interesting.
All right, here we go. We're at the start of the challenge. Whenever I say go, they will start save jump until they cannot save jump anymore. Everybody's getting ready. And they're off. They are going to be save jump. Puma's not going, kind of a late start, let slide. It doesn't really affect much. Anyways, they're save jumping. Ask ourselves who the worst save jumper is in the group. I predict Demi because he is not a jumper. And yeah, Demi's out. And we're on to the next round. They're gonna turn 90 degrees to the right. Right about now. And Snoz is out. They've turned around. And Puma's out. Now it's 4 remaining. Fireball, Flame, Hunter. Hunter's out. Fireball, Flame, and Swan remain. Flame and Swan appear to be in some sort of an alliance as they turn around again. And they are all safe jumping backwards. This is tough to do, folks. This is tough save jumping right here. And they are still going. Flame and Swan in an alliance. Fireball in an alliance with for people who are already out. Fireball wants to win this for his alliance. And he somehow saves himself, but Swan can't save himself. And it's Flame and Fireball. They're safe jumping for a long time. Alright, now we're going to switch to the window in front of them. And they're going for it. And Fireball sticks it. Flame does not stick it. Fireball wins immunity.
Feels terrible because I know I've been able to see the dynamics of this game. I know that based on the tribe divisions that whenever we did merge, Demi was going to flip to Fireball and Snoz, which I'm 99% sure has happened. So whenever Puma got swapped to me and Swan's tribe, I was hoping, oh, maybe this could give us a way to pull in Hunter so we could be a 4-3 majority. And I really, really hope that's the case.
My strategy has been to stay with the core group, and we're trying to keep it going. And so far, everything has gone perfectly. Our first group, out of when there were 3 tribes, our first tribe, we won almost all the immunities at the beginning and made it so that we could control our destiny past that point. Now it's getting a little tougher because there's a lot of people and there's a lot of good players, so we'll see what happens.
Wait, and what's
So does this part like doesn't get shown into the video, right?
This is gonna get shown in the video.
So I can like tell people all my secrets, right?
It's like confessionals.
It's
like,
secret time.
It's like how in the actual show.
I've never watched the show. You should cut this part, but you can keep it in. It's kind of funny. I've never watched Survivor, so I basically this is me telling all my secrets that's going on.
Yeah.
Hi. So far, it's been good. Right now, I think I'm like one of the last people to vote. It's gonna be big. I got a big trust in Deej. He's gonna be the one that's the turning point for us. I think Demi is the guy right now on the clock. So hopefully he pulls through for us. That's the big goal right now. Screw everything else that's happening. It's Demi right now. That's what matters.
My strategy is to create a situation where I'm always needed. I'm nervous because it seems like there's 2 factions, right? There's Snoz, Fireball, and Demi. And then there's Swan, Flame, and Hunter. So if I vote out Snoz, I can cut myself in with Fireball, but Fireball's a big deal to win. But if I cut out Flame, then I can cut back and maybe make a side deal with Demi, who knows that Snoz and Fireball are too tight, and then we get rid of them. And then I stick with Demi and someone else to the end and get some epic victory royales. I'm a little nervous.
Alright, our next challenge is called Sumo Wheels. The goal of Sumo Wheels is to either do 5 laps around the circular track. The other goal of this challenge is to knock everybody off of the track. You are allowed to go backwards on the track to hit people. If you are either the last man standing on the track or complete the 5 laps before everybody else, that means you win immunity. Way. Alright, let's go. Our racers are ready to go. They are gonna go as soon as I tell them to. And they're all in their goose. And they should be going soon. Kinda awkward, not gonna lie. Waiting for them to go. There we go. They are off, and Hunter instantly decides to cop back. And so 2 people are in the water, I believe Snaz and maybe Deej. Hunter and Fireball having a bit of a wrestling match over here. And I believe that's Puma and Swan pushing each other around, and Swan goes into the water. Now Puma's coming around. He sees them fighting over there. Hunter's about to fall, and he stays up though. And Puma, Fireball are in the water. Hunter wins immunity. Incredible.
Hey, Chumpy,
tallying the
Chumpy,
votes.
Chumpy.
What?
So, before
How you
Avowed
doing?
quit, he had an idol, and he told me about it, and we were real close, but he didn't actually give it to me.
Oh.
He did actually have an idol, though, because
Alright. Time to
I
tell the
thought we were
votes.
gonna get a plot twist then.
Let's go. If anybody else has an immunity idol that they want to tell us about, you can go ahead and do that.
Throw it.
Does he
Throw
have
it.
one?
Who
Hey,
played an
Shumpy,
idol?
I have something. I have the idol that lets me back in the game. But I also,
Go to the
Played an idol?
He just slaps his dick right on the table.
nullifies,
Go back to the
which nullifies my
You're
way
not
back
allowed to
in the
speak.
game, so
You're not
I'm
allowed to
still
speak.
out.
Go back to the.
Go back to the wild.
Alright, anyways.
Comment.
Anyways. Anyways.
Anyway.
Sorry, I'm.
Well, bam!
Like,
Is it big enough?
Alright, anyways, time to tally the votes. Shut up, everybody. I'm saying the votes. First vote, Fireball.
Oh shit.
Second vote, Swan. Third vote, Puma.
This is
Fourth
messy.
vote, Puma.
Oh, GG's. I should have had that idol.
Fifth vote, Puma.
I'm out. It's over.
That's it.
Wow.
Sixth vote, next person voted out.
Wow. Congrats, Fireball. GG's.
Who was
Good
the
game.
sixth? Who was
Alright, the next challenge is called basket bouncing. Basically, the goal is to bounce the ball off the trampoline into the net. You do that successfully, you have 3 of them you gotta get into the net, you win immunity, but if you miss, you have to go all the way back and get them. Like demonstrated here. It's kind of far away, so you don't want to miss. If you're the first one to get all of them in, you win immunity. I have already said that. What a meme. What a meme. What funny. Big funny. Much laugh. Anyways, our competitors are ready. Let's witness greatness. And they're off. They're throwing him in. Deej in the lead. Deej in the lead. Deej already done? I think. Yeah, Deej literally did it first try. Deej literally beat the whole thing first try. So did Swan, but Demi did it much quicker.
The basketball challenge I didn't expect to do very well on, but fair play to Demi, I gotta say.
Hunter and Swan are trying to team together to go all the way, and Hunter's backstabbed me, so he's a little British bitch. But yeah, so far it's been a good ride. I've had some good alliances with Hunter, with Deej, with Snoz, and that's kind of been my core group. But as I'm seeing, Hunter he's turning on me. He sent a message. I sent a message to him before this even started. I said, Hunter, me and you all the way, and he's turning on me, and they're all going to Swan. My vote is going to be going to the Swantron. 97.
There's a lot of other players still in that are having a lot of influence, and I'm just trying to do my best to sway votes this way and that. There've been some players that have gone out that have been influenced by my decisions, but we're getting down to crunch time now.
I have a tough situation here. I keep my word, so I'm trying to go to as far as I can with Hunter and Fireball. That's from the very first moment. Me and Fireball joined. I pretty much got Hunter involved. Me and Hunter kind of joined together to get, and then I got Puma. And then Fireball wanted Puma out, and right now we're in a good spot. The problem is, if I don't get Fireball out now, it may be tough for him not to get to the end, but I feel like my social game equals his challenges game. But the only person that's trying to work with me is Swan, and I'm actually being very honest with him in the chat. I can't trust him. He took me out last time. So I can't, I'm just going to go with the guys I committed to and see what happens.
I have a couple things I want to get off my chest. Fireball will win this game, and I'm about to lose because we have people left in this game who play this game like pussies. Snoz and Hunter didn't have the spine to double-cross Fireball because they weren't playing to win, they were playing to make it far. I was playing to win. If I was playing to make it far, I wouldn't have voted Puma out. But I've been making moves this entire game, and Fireball's going to cruise to that victory for the sole reason because Snoz and Hunter don't have the backbone to do what they have to do to fucking win. So, my vote will go to Fireball. I know that everybody else, with maybe the exception of Demi, voted for me, so it's been real, motherfuckers. See you on the other side.
First vote, Swan. Second vote. Can you please not do that?
Didn't even blow up.
Hold on.
Wait, just try it.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Drive
fuck
away.
over.
That's how the
please.
jury
Now
makes
the
anything.
continuity is just ruined in this survivor.
Anyway, where were we?
As I was saying,
What's the score right now?
1-0 to you.
it's one vote Swan. Second vote, Fireball.
Yo, Chuppy
Third
keeps
vote.
cutting out.
It's one me, one you,
You
Fireball.
have probably. Third vote, Fireball.
Did you just rage quit?
No, he quit and reconnected.
Oh, okay.
Just had to go. This part is bad. Alright, so it's 2 votes for you, 1 vote Swan. We have 2 more votes left. Fourth vote, Swan.
I know he's good Big move.
Fireball, catch this.
Big move.
Alright.
Alright, our next challenge is Stool Sumo. Returning from the last Halo Survivor, the goal for this one is to jump from stool to stool and punch people off of the stools. The goal is to be the last one standing on this grid. You cannot skip stools, however you can go diagonally, forward, sideways, whatever you need to do. Alright, our 4 remaining survivors are ready. The 4 people we got left are Deej, Fireball, Snoz, and Hunter Unit are getting ready to start. Game plan the whole thing out. They will start as soon as in-game Chumpy says go. And they are off. It's pretty much like chess. I mean, we gotta make the right moves, the right way of attack. You don't have to wait for anybody to go. Just go whenever you need to go. And they're fighting and Hunter's out. Hunter was not ready for that attack by, I believe, Fireball. Snoz almost fell off there. And they're all staying away from each other currently. And Snoz slips, and Fireball takes an attack on Deej. Deej falls off. Fireball wins immunity yet again. This is like his second or third time. Good for Fireball.
Well, I've definitely had a very up and down game. I've had some challenges where I've done pretty well. And then I've definitely had a couple of challenges where I haven't performed so great, especially the game we just did with the 4 of us. It's been a game that's definitely been all over the place. I think I've had a lot of influence on some of the people's votes, but at the same time I do feel like there's been other players that have helped me avoid getting voted out earlier, because I could have definitely gone. I imagine I could have gotten voted out earlier, although I don't think anyone has voted for me yet so far in the game. That could be wrong. Yeah, I guess it's just down to whether I've. There's someone standing right in front of me. Yeah, I guess it's just going to come down to whether I've still kept the trust of my remaining contestants to see if I can get into the final 3.
Snoz, how are you feeling going into that 4th and final challenge?
I felt good because I know our core.
Facing the opposite way. I
felt good about it because our core group has been solid. And I'm convinced we're going to go to the final 3. And it's kind of interesting because up till this point, I could fail still. My social game has been virtually flawless. I brought people in for votes from Puma to Deej to all these people, but my challenge game is lacked. So I'm not sure where that would leave me, but I feel like I've done good. But, you know, I'm just happy that our alliance of 3 with me, Hunter, and Fireball is literally, even though people called it out as an alliance early on, has not been able to be stopped throughout this game.
The final
I have
3.
everybody wrapped around. Swamp Honey can take me down. Nah. Look at me. I'm still standing here. Guess where he's at? I don't even know, but he's not over here. So this next challenge, you know, we've got 4 hombres here, right? We fought good, but I think Demi's gotta go. You know, he's had a good run, but I have a stronger alliance with Hunter and Snoz right now that's keeping me going. And obviously, when he gets down to the final 3, it's gonna be a toss-up. But Demi can't get to the final 3, so he's gotta go now. So my vote is Demi. Demi got.
Alright, first vote. Demi. Second vote. Hunter. Third vote. Demi. I'm sorry, Demi. It's hard to say. I was rooting for Demi.
Wow,
Fourth person
the
voted
person I was
out.
gonna vote for to win
Demi.
the game.
You should have had the fire making challenge, and it should have been
Yeah.
basketball.
I feel like okay. I'm not really sure what to say. It's probably going to depend on the questions that get asked. I think that I could have easily gone out early because I seem to have a knack of going out early in these games. I think one of the reasons that helped was the fact that before the game even started, I messaged about 7 or 8 different people to get alliances on the go. Obviously, as the game went on, it was pretty clear, like, some of those people, with the greatest respects, Irish, Avows, Cobra, they got knocked out early. So, when it got to merge, I found myself in a situation where I was stuck on one side with me, Puma, and Swan, and then the other side, which was me, Fireball, and Snaz. And I had to make a tactical decision which way to go. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't at any point on Flame's side. I know Swan and Puma had Flame on side, but because I hadn't messaged Flame to begin with, the only reason I voted for Flame when Flame got voted out was just to keep Fireball and Snaz on side. Because if I didn't vote for Flame, then he still would have got knocked out, and Fireball wouldn't have trusted me from that point onwards. I'm not going to lie, when Swan got knocked out, specifically Snaz, to vote Fireball out, because I think Fireball has played the best overall game in terms of alliances.
Well, don't say that in your opening statement.
Yeah, well,
That's bad.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not going to influence anybody. Everybody's probably got an idea of who they want to vote for. But I did what I had to do, and I think I've played a good game in terms of both the actual challenges and the alliances. I think Fireball's played a good game too. I'm not going to lie about that. Yeah, I think that's as simple as that.
I have a question.
I can only put so much emphasis on this.
He's just here.
I'm in. Well, no. Me and Fireball had the plan right from the start to get Snaz here. I actually wanted to get Vowels as far as possible because the Vowels very rarely plays in these. But seeing as he had to leave, that kind of went out the window. So I again kind of jumped on the bandwagon of let's get Snaz to the end. If I can't emphasize my enough emotion, I would like to point out it's 2:45 in the morning. So, yeah, let's move on.
All right, Ball.
Oh man, personally, how survivors go for me. This survivor, I've had to crawl and beg people to try to join my side, as you just heard from Hunter, that he was up for grabs on whose side he was trying to go towards mine, or if he wanted to go to Swan. And I knew that because Swan also sent me a message. He's like, "Aight, give me your best statement on why she could be alive." And I was like, "Oh shit, like he's got him." I was like, "Oh no." And I had messages with Swan. I was like, "Nah, he ain't gonna get me." I messaged Snaz. I messaged Deej. The beginning of the game, I kind of knew that we had our side, and Swan, Puma, Flame, like all of them were working together. So as long as we were winning challenges, we could slowly, like, one by one. And the more allies that I had, the later we went. I was like, "Aight, like I'm good." But when we got to the Swan situation, I for sure thought that somebody was gonna, like, I had to very deeply convince Deej not to vote me out because I told him he was gonna get backstabbed, which I then later backstabbed him. Sorry, Deej. It's been a good survivor. I think I've played a really good game. So has Hunter, but I'm just glad I'm here, to be honest with you.
Is that it?
That's it.
All right, Snaz. Anything? I don't think so.
Unmute your mic.
That he appropriate.
No.
I typically break up Survivor into two parts. The challenges.
Stand on the chairs.
I feel like I played an impeccable social game. One of the best social games I've ever played. My challenges weren't very good. I know Fireball won several challenges, Hunter won a challenge, but I feel that social game was the best. I don't know if that's enough because I didn't really do much. I mean, in the team challenges I did well and we did really good and avoided anything. The very first alliance was the ball, and then I tried to get Puma involved. But that, you know, we set that up kind of before we even split into teams, right? So me and Fireball were on the same team. Now, Hunter making a comment that he brought me here with Fireball, well, you'd have to ask Fireball, but I kind of think we brought Hunter here.
Can I say my piece real quick? Can I add on to that? I was equally with Hunter that I was with Snoz the entire game, if not more with Hunter.
And there's probably 3 different votes that I saved Fireball from going home specifically. Hunter wanted to, and I quote said to him now, I said I would get into the end with you two, and I'm not stopping now. And he still voted for you, I believe. Don't know if he did. But after that, he stuck with us. I went with Demi too. I worked with Demi. I worked with Puma. I worked with a lot of different people. I never worked with Swan. Swan wanted to get me to work with him to get rid of Fireball, but backstabbed me last time we played, so I can't trust him. So I stuck to my alliance. And that's pretty much it. I played a great social game, but I didn't play very good challenges. As simple as that.
Just to clarify, it wasn't actually my idea with the whole it was Fireball who came to me at the start of the game with the. It's not carry Snaz to the end. That's not the word that was used, but it wasn't me that.
I wanted to keep Snoz, and I wanted to keep both of you guys. And my goal this entire Survivor from the beginning, because me personally, I'm a big threat, so I have to make as many strong alliances. And Hunter and Snoz were the 2 biggest people that I could have made alliances with, and I tried to just stick with them the entire time.
I just wanted to clarify that it wasn't my idea. I wasn't the one who said.
So what you're hearing, guys, is I used both of these people to get here, so I played the best.
Okay, and Hunter didn't use you and me, and I didn't use Hunter and Fireball.
I think we all used each other at different points in the game. We all used each other at different points in the game.
I believe Demi did voting for us. I was working with Demi to do it. You wanted to get out Puma earlier. I didn't because I had Puma voting for us.
I was infamous. I had Puma. I was using Puma.
Well, that was part.
He would have backstabbed me.
I was.
Being honest about everything that happened.
I was with.
I didn't play good challenges. I admit that.
I was working with Puma up till Flame got voted out, and then based on all the different messages I was getting, I knew that no matter which way I voted, Flame was getting screwed. So
Alright.
I didn't. Obviously, Puma put 2 and 2 together and realised that as well. That's why he also voted for Flame.
Questions?
Alright, it's
But
questions
then-
time.
but then obviously-
I'm cutting
yeah,
y'all off. Snoz, you want to finish up? Alright, question time.
Does Swan have to keep springing around?
Yeah, no, it's kind of annoying,
Okay.
Swan. Can you not do that? Alright, Tribal, the first person
it's
voted
gonna get
out
spicy.
that's on this council is Rish.
I'm gonna keep it nice and
Rish, you
simple,
got a
despite getting
question?
voted out 3 hours ago. I do. I got one question.
Who's it for?
In it.
Oh,
Go for it.
What was your motivation as far as getting me out, and more so, how do you feel like that impacted the way you played the game? Were you set on Avowals and Puma the whole way through?
No, I was, truthfully, I was placing my bets on multiple different possibilities that would then become obviously more clearer as there were less and less players in the game. So I could have easily gone with a combination of me, Avowals, Puma, or me, Fireball, Avowals, or me, Fireball, Snars. Obviously, the only reason I voted for you is because we wouldn't have known who we were on a team with until it actually happened. So when I knew the 4 that we had, Yeah, I'd already spoken to Puma, and I kind of wanted to take Avowals as far as possible because he very rarely plays in these. So, honestly, the only reason I voted for you is just because you were the odd one out, Irish.
Okay.
Tough news.
Cool. All right.
All right.
That's all I need to hear.
Next person, Cobra. You got
Jumping.
any
I'm gonna
questions?
send my vote.
Can you resend me your vote?
Wait, what was that? Wait, was that called?
No. I think we
It's
said you
Cobra.
till last.
Relax, Puma. You'll get your anger out.
Everybody, shut up.
People.
Cobra asked.
Sorry, what was that? Say that again, Cobra.
Like confident with like memory you have. Do you like have anyone that you want to vote out badly in one version?
Swan, can you please stop spring jumping? God damn.
Me personally, I felt like I was in a pretty good spot when the merge came around. I was good with Hunter, which I felt like I was good with Snoz, and I was slowly getting to Deej. So I had a good 4-person kind of group that I mean I felt like I was comfortable with. So I wasn't really too worried going to the merge. Yeah.
I would say, Biden was saying that the tribal council confessions that are, the only thing that gave me any reason to be nervous is when Hunter wanted to start voting out Fireball. I didn't know if he was going to just take off at that point and do his own thing or not. But like Fireball, I was working with Demi too, so we had Demi's vote, I believe, quite a bit of a way.
I mean, I was umming and ahhing, especially by the time we got to the last 5, because I wondered if Demi got here, would everyone vote for Demi out of like pity? Because I didn't know how much Demi was influencing the game. At the same time, I wondered, is Fireball playing too good a game? Like, because I felt like at the beginning, like I say, I had 7 or 8 alliances on the go, and yet it felt like Fireball was starting to more and more control everything. So that's why when we got to the final 4, for the final 5, I was really considering double crossing Fireball. That was the only time I was considering it. But
Reason that would, his challenges makes me a little nervous, but as far as controlling the game, no.
I didn't know. Yeah. I didn't know obviously the full details.
Well, yeah, you won 3 challenges, and won, I won 0. That's where he's dangerous at this point.
I do think though, particularly in the early rounds, I was also, even though we weren't winning the games, like I think all of the team games, the quick draw and the rollers, I think I was playing pretty well. It was only really when we got to individual challenges where Fireball, I think, was really starting to take over ahead of me. Apart from obviously the one challenge that I won.
Next question.
Next question. I believe the
Flame?
next question's Flame.
I believe it is me.
Swan, if you're gonna keep spring jumping, can you just do it away from us, please? Like, you're now.
Like,
So-
seriously, it's honestly annoying.
Can he not hear us or something?
What's annoying?
Yeah,
Stop spring jumping around.
us.
It's getting in the
Okay.
way to camera footage.
So,
Oh my God.
I'm gonna spring jump off into the fucking sunset, buddy boy.
so
Alright, go on,
can I? Okay.
Yeah.
So originally, a few minutes ago, before, like right when Demi was voted out and you 3 were solidified as the final 3, I was thinking, I don't know if I'm gonna ask the person that I'm going to vote to win a question, but then I realized I should probably include everyone. So Fireball, I am gonna be asking you a question.
Alright.
But I won't be starting with you. I'll be starting with Snoz. So, you say that you played this incredible social game, which I define a social game that is good as forming as many connections as possible, having as many people that trust you as possible, and generally just talking with as many people as possible. Would you agree? So for the yes part, if you agree with that, how come you didn't send me any messages?
Probably for the same reason you didn't send me any messages, right?
Well, we didn't start on the same tribe. And you'd think you would start, you'd think, oh, you're the one playing some big social game. You'd try to connect with as many people as possible and reach out to them. Yet you didn't. Alright then.
Jesus.
Okay, Hunter.
Yes, sir.
I don't actually really have that much of a question. All I'm just gonna say is you literally admitted Fireball played better than you. Okay. So, Fireball now. You
Yes,
saying you had to
Flame's getting jiggy with it right
like
now.
put in a ton of effort to get people
Keep
to
myself
trust
alive.
you, do everything to keep yourself alive. You're one of the most well-known, most well-respected people in this community. You didn't have to do anything for that, buddy.
Wait, since when do
See, that-
people respect
that-
Fireball? Hang on.
Is that question over? Wait, no, is that question over?
I'm not done yet.
Okay.
So, why lie
Swan,
about
go
that?
away, please.
Why lie about having to work to get people to trust you when people are already going to trust you? They're already going to want to work with you.
So, as people know, in Survivor, I win a lot of challenges. So I'm a very big threat. So, and any other Survivor, I would say, yeah, I'm good to trust, but people want me out because I'm such a threat that I could do this. I can stay alive. Like, I had to win, I don't know, 4 challenges. But as far as people trusting me to begin with, I think that's so far from the truth. I'm one of the last people someone wants to trust unless I have forced an alliance with them and I give them a reason to trust me and bring them along. So I don't think I had anybody's trust to begin with from the start.
Okay,
if we're
so
on the
I
subject
have...
if we're on the subject
have-
of that, actually, Fireball was talking about that, and it's big personalities. I couldn't tell you how many times that me and Fireball have been voted out in like the first or
The
second round.
first round, man.
Because of
it's
big person,
crazy.
not necessarily because like we sucked at the challenge, but because it's big personalities. You think let's get a big dog out early and shake up the game.
That's always been people's mindset towards me for a Survivor. So I was. That's why I said this is one of the best games I've played because I had just a core. I mean, as you've seen, they've had their own things going on beside me, but I felt like I had a good core of 3 people that stuck with me and got me.
That's why my goal when I go into any Survivor is not necessarily to win it. It's just to not get knocked out in the first 2 rounds because it happens so often.
Do you have any other questions?
Yeah.
But yeah, I have one more question for you, Fireball. Will you agree to remove your vocal cords in exchange for my vote to win this game?
For how long?
Ever.
Permanently.
I'll think about it. You got me 80%. Sure. You got a sure.
Since Flame
Okay.
didn't ask me a question, I'll just borrow his question that he just gave to Snaz and remind him that as I say, although I didn't message Flame, I did message 8 other different people, 8 of the other 11 people,
Hello?
before the game had even started.
Alright.
Hey, Jumpy.
To start building.
Alright.
alliances.
I'm up. Y'all are in for a doozy. Well, except Fireball. Fireball played a really good game, and I'm probably gonna vote for him unless Snaz is trying to convince me otherwise. So my first question is Snaz. If you, in 10 words or less, can explain why keeping Fireball over Swan was a smart move at the final 5, then you have my vote.
In 10 words or less.
In 10 words or less.
I gave him my word.
That's a bad answer.
And it isn't 10 words or less.
Try and go to the end as far as we could, and it worked.
Honey,
If he beats me because he was that
this is more than 10 words. Honey,
Yes.
you voted for Fireball, which was the smart move at the time. But we're gonna go back. We're gonna backtrack a little bit. We're gonna go back to the final 7 when Fireball was in the community, and the plan was we were gonna go Snaz. And I know you didn't trust Flame. However, then we get to the final 6, right? And Fireball wins again. Or no, you won actually. And Fireball was available to be voted out at the final 6, and we could have, at the very least, caused the tie.
In the
So
final 6.
I'm just a little confused at the final 6, when I gave you that win, when I purposely kamikaze myself to get Fireball off, so I gave you that win. Let's add that real quick. I gave you that dub. So at the final 6, when Fireball is free for the picking, why not get him out then instead of waiting until it's too late because Snaz torpedoed his game at the wrong time? Why did you torpedo your game around earlier? In 10 words or less, I need you to describe why voting me out over Fireball made sense.
Well, I can't do it in 10 words or less because that just
Fine,
doesn't provide...
I'll give you unlimited words.
Yeah, I was going to say, that does not provide the opportunity for a fair answer. Well, as I said earlier, as we got closer and closer with fewer players, pretty much from the merge onwards, it eventually led to a situation where I had to pick a side, and it was either pick you, me, Swan, or me, Fireball, or Snaz. And Fireball... Maybe I could put it down to trust. I felt like Fireball wasn't going to backstab me if we got to the final 4, or the final 5, or the final 4. Whereas I wasn't certain if well, maybe you and Swan.
But then why would you vote for him at the final 5 if you trusted him?
Maybe I wasn't sure if I'd regretted the decision in getting rid of you at that point, because I still wasn't sure about Demi. Then I tried to backtrack on it because I actually wanted to keep Swan in. There's more and more this is making me sound like I just wanted to get rid of you, which is not the case. I wanted to get rid of Flame because I didn't have Flame on side.
No, I get that. That's fine. But at the final 6, you had a chance to get rid of
Truthfully,
Fireball.
I was flipping my eggs, and I was trying to make decisions all the way through the game that would A, keep me safe and keep me in, and truthfully, at the time, I felt like when we were at the final 6, it was going to be difficult for you no matter what I did. We could have forced a tie, but I don't think that would have got me safe, or well, I'm not, obviously I was safe because I was immune, but there was no guarantees that would have got rid of Firewall. And then when we got to the final 5, I then thought, if we can force a 3-2, this could flip the whole game on its head if we can get rid of Fireball. Again, that didn't happen, so I put my eggs back in the basket with Fireball. Obviously I was dependent on him not screwing me over and taking damage.
I had them wrapped around my finger.
There was multiple people, Saz included, that were all playing different games at different points, influencing decisions. I was doing my bit to keep myself in, and that involved switching sides, particularly from the final 7 onwards. It got me here, so I would say I played a pretty good game based off of just that.
Alright.
You know, I feel like Hunter tried to have his cake and eat it too, but then he ended up eating the chocolate cake, but it turned out to be full of poop.
I would also like to just quickly add as a final thing on Puma. He's already made his vote. He said that earlier, but go ahead,
I would have
Swan.
changed my vote if y'all were able.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yeah, Swan, go ahead and speak.
So, Snaz, I'm going to touch on something that Flame and Puma kind of got at earlier, and it's that you claim that you played a really good social game, and I really don't agree, because it seems to me that you kind of just jumped in Fireball's little backpack and rode him all the way to the end, because, I mean, like, loyalty's great and all, and you say, can I finish? Let me finish up, I'll explain to you, I'll explain my point of view. So, it's just, so you said that you gave your word to him and loyalty's great and everything, but like, I just don't really get the logic of doing it at the very beginning, and like, yeah, you made it to the final, but it really doesn't seem like you were playing to win, and it doesn't really seem like you left any sort of mark on this game, and you could have voted him off, and you probably should have, but you didn't, and I think that, like, just making absolutely no move to get Fireball out of the running is really why I don't think anybody can really vote for you.
That's fine. If you think Fireball challenges means that much to the game, you're more than welcome to.
Well, it's not just his challenges. He was really good in the challenges, but it's also I was sitting there really trying to work every alliance, and every single turn I made, it was like, oh, well, this is what Fireball's doing. This is what Fireball's doing. Fireball, and then Fireball. I mean, he had a. Him getting Demi to vote me out, and then backstabbing Demi to get rid of the underdog pity vote.
Me and Demi messaged a lot.
I mean, you'd have to ask Demi, but I feel like me and Demi might have something going. But Demi would have to answer that, but I'm not so sure if Fireball controlled Demi.
Alright, Swan.
Well, I know that Demi told me the Fireball was talking to him, and I know that it seems to me like the entire game, it was Fireball who was really taking the lead on the entire game. And
well, when it got to the individual challenges, he did. He won 3 of them. Hunter only won 1, and Puma's trying to say he gave it to him, and I won none.
Well,
I just played a good social game. I said at the beginning of my speech, I only played a good half part of the game.
Well, I think that
I didn't scream I'm the best.
I think
I just said I played a really good social game.
I think even Fireball can agree that you definitely should have voted.
This
him
is going
out
on
when you
too
had
long.
the
I'm gonna have
chance.
to ask
All right,
Kevin to wrap
I'll move on then. Okay, Hunter.
Yes.
I really want to vote for you, man. I really do, because you were like. You weren't in one alliance the whole way through. You were jumping through, and you made it through, and you always go out early. But this time you stuck with it, and you were I don't know. It's it's badass, and you played a good game, and I want to vote for you, but I gotta vote for Fireball just because it really, as far as I can tell, I think everybody agrees with me. Fireball really controlled this game from the beginning to the end, and he controlled it in challenges and in social. So, but. Hunter, is there anything you want to say to maybe change my mind?
Well, you've obviously already heard enough times about the points of the various alliances I made at the beginning, which is obviously, as I say, to give myself as many eggs in as many baskets as possible to form as many possible partnerships. I agree with you on the point that as the game, particularly when it got to individual characters, I started to notice a pattern of, and this is, I think, I'm guessing this is why you're saying what you're saying about Snars. It felt like any message I had with Snars, it was echoing what Fireball says. Now, obviously, I don't know if Snars was saying that to Fireball and then Fireball was saying that to me, or if it was the other way around. I can't know that. But I do... But, yeah, it did feel like the longer the game went on, the more I thought Fireball was just going to keep taking control of this game more and more and more as the game goes on, unless we try and do something on. Obviously, I tried to make my move at the last 5 with you and me.
Didn't go well. It did not go well.
I then tried to protect myself when I messaged Fireball by trying to convince him that Demi voted for him, and I voted for you. Whether he believed that or not, I'm not convinced he did, but
So
I tried.
Let me ask you one specific question.
Yeah.
So I think that the move of the game was Fireball getting Demi to vote me out. Because Fireball very easily could have gone on the chopping block. I'm not saying because I'm some crazy threat, but Fireball was really close to going out, and I had Demi with me for most of the game, and then Fireball managed to convince him. I think that was definitely the move of the game. Unless, Hunter, maybe you think you had a better move.
Talk about that. Me and Stumpy talked about that.
What the fuck? Sorry, what was the question?
My mic
I couldn't hear the
shattered
end of that.
itself. Okay, I'm back.
hear the
I
end-
can admit
I didn't hear
that
the end
did
of that.
definitely happen. Alright, first vote. Hunter. Second vote. Fireball. Third vote. Snots.
What?
What?
So, just to recap, that's 1 vote each.
Who is voting?
Bro.
Next vote.
That's what should
Connor.
happen. Are you
Are you
serious?
guys drunk?
What
So,
did I do?
it's 1 vote
You guys are
Snaz
stupid.
and Fireball, and 2 votes Hunter. 4th vote, wait no, 5th vote, sorry, Fireball. Guys, there's a winner. There's a winner in this vote.
It is not a tie.
This is not a tie.
Wait, what's the score?
It's
2-2-1.
2 votes.
It's 2-2-1.
2-1. The winner of Halo Survivor 3. Fireball is the winner of Survivor.
I gotta
I'm
tell
sorry,
you, Furball,
that vote should not have been that close.
That concludes Halo Survivor 3. The next Halo Survivor will be December 18th at 7 p.m. To participate, send me a message. That's it for me. Peace out, guys.